Welcome everybody to video 5 of how to build this website. By now you're probably website gurus, so let's get stuck into it. So the first thing to do is go to your URL so we can log in /WP admin and then log in. Now I know a lot of you have chosen a different theme. That's totally fine. I'm just going to use this video to show you how easy it will be, and lots of things are going to be similar as well. So let's start the process, and in other videos I can show you how to use WordPress, but this will be definitely enough to get you started. So that you'll have now, because we chose the Showtime theme, you'll have something like this that's extra on the left hand side. In this case it's called Fresh Panel. Now most professional themes, regardless if you've chosen this Showtime one, will have a button like this. So try and look for something that says documentation, and in that it'll show you how to set everything up from start, absolutely every feature. I'm not going to go through every feature, but I'm going to show you definitely how to get started. And this one's got videos as well, which is great. They don't have sound on them, but it still shows you what to do. So I'm going to show you with sound, and then you can do it by yourself later on. So the first thing we might want to change is something easily like skin color. So we go there and we choose something like red, scroll down, save the changes, and you're going to have a similar thing regardless of what theme you choose. Then you go back to your front end of the web page, hit F5 to refresh, and now you can see it's changed red. So that was good. So the next thing is that we want a proper logo at the top and the bottom of our web page. So what we're going to do is upload the picture first. So we go to media, and then we go to add new, and then we can drag and drop the files. So I've prepared 2 files already, so I select both of them and then click save all changes. So now we need the URL or the file path of this picture so we can use it. So we click on it here, then where it says file URL, we copy everything after your domain name, so just the WP content, and then we go back to this fresh panel. Then where it says header logo, we paste it in there and click save changes. Now we go back to the front end of our website, hit F5 again to refresh, and it should appear on the top there. Now we can do the same for our footer URL. In this example I know it's exactly the same, except I've got small on the end of it, and once again save changes and then hit F5 to make those changes. And there it is down the bottom. Now we can change all of this footer text that's here, and we just go back to fresh panel, then we click on footer, and here's the text. So I can change this to Dr. Efficiency there, and then I can change this as well to line 1. This BR, that's just a bit of HTML code, don't get too frightened by that, and we can put in here line 2, hit save changes, once again F5 to refresh, and then you can see the changes that you've just made, line 1, line 2. Okay, now it's time to choose the slider for the theme. So if I go back to the live preview, and this is a good reference point, this is the live preview of the theme we purchased, we can see here, if I'm looking at sliders, what kind of slider I want. And in this example, I just want to use a standard static slider. It'll just be a lot easier, but you can use the documentation to see how to do other sliders. So as an example, the first thing to do is we need a picture like this. So I might grab this exact picture, right click and go save image as, and then save it there as static 2. Now I want to make sure we've got a home page, so I go to pages and then click add new, and let's call this home, and for the template I'm going to go home widget template. So that's just going to make it look like the theme forest theme that we've chosen. Then I'm going to go to settings and then reading. By the way, if your menus look a bit different to this, you need to hit the button that says upgrade to WordPress 3.3. I'm going to choose static page, and then for the front page I'm going to choose that page we just created, which is the home page. Hit save changes. Now go back to the front end, F5 to refresh, and now you can see it's changed. So we're getting closer. Now on to the next step. So now we need to change the slider settings. So we go to fresh panel, fresh slider, and now we add a new slide at the top, which is going to be our first slide. We get our image URL, which is the same way we get it from before. If you like, you can right click, open a new tab here, and then get the URL. We need to upload that image. So we go add new, drag and drop that image we just copied. When it uploads, we can actually scroll down and get this URL, and we only want this part here. Then we go back to the fresh slider, paste in the URL, and give it a description. Hit save changes. and then F5 to refresh. And you can change this to something a bit more sexier later on. Now we need a menu bar at the top here. So we go to the back end again, and then we're going to go to Appearance, and then click Menus, and then enter a menu name. I'm just going to put here Custom Menu, and then click Create Menu. So now I select the pages I want it to be on the menu. So the home and the sample page, and these are the pages I created before in Pages, and I click Add to Menu, and then you'll see they'll appear here on the right. Then I click Save Menu. Now right now, if I go to the front end of my website and hit F5 to refresh, it's actually not going to show, because you actually have to put these menus in what we call widgets. So let's do that now. So I go back to the Appearance menu and then click Widgets. So here are all the widgets that we could choose, and here are all the widgets that we've got. As you can see, in the navigation area, we don't have anything. It's blank. So I drag and drop the custom menu I created into the navigation area, and I just call this Custom Menu. Click Save. You get the hang of widgets as we go. If I go back to the front end now and hit F5 to refresh, you'll see that those two menu items are there. So now we've got pages. I'll show you how to edit them. So we go to the back end, and then you hit Pages. Then you find the page name you want to look for, and then you can hit Edit there. And then from here you can change any text, so you can highlight something and hit bold. By the way, if you can't see this bottom row of menu items, it's because you need to show what they call the kitchen sink, which is all the different menus, so all the different buttons. And you can change text color, you can highlight something else, or insert a new heading, heading 1. How's my spelling? It's awesome. And then hit Update. And then when you go back to the front end and click on this sample page again, it'll change there. I think that's enough to get you started for the time being. Hope you enjoyed this clip, and in other ones I'm going to show you how to create things like a better logo, add PayPal to your site, and add different images as well, and also embed YouTube videos. So thanks for joining us. Please remember to leave your comments in the section below, and email me if you need anything at all.